Croom, Florida. We're going to be camping a few days here. Welcome back to the, well, it's not the shop, it's Croom. But yeah, we got a nice little spot here, spot number 11 or 12. I'm sorry, we usually get 11 right over there, but we decided to try a different one here. This is the main trail to get out of the campsite and down into the trails. We just got here, so we have a lot of unloading to do. As you can see, we got the bikes in there. We're going to set up a canopy here, so let's get set up. Okay, we're pretty much set up. Show you what we got going on over here. Here's the bikes ready to go. Got a fan kicking. All our food and stuff. And yeah, have a laptop right here. I'll open that up tonight and play some movies on and stuff. Always got to bring the toolbox, you know. And then we have our... open this up. And this is where the magic happens right here. Got an AC up there if we need it. Our bed to sleep on. Got our gear bags up there, so this is where we'll be sleeping tonight. For this trip, I'm bringing out the older YZ250. I'm pretty much taking this one right here and converted it to my hair scramble / woods bike. Since I have that newer 22 now, I'm keeping that pretty much as a track bike. Using this one mainly for the hair scrambles in the woods, so that way I can keep these brush guards on it all the time. My numbers for the FTR. I have a skid plate on it, you know, that kind of stuff. It's still set up really for the motocross track, honestly. I mean, the suspension's pretty stiff and stuff like that, but that's okay. It's what I'm familiar with because I ride track more than I ride trail, so it's what I'm familiar with. So if I hit anything unexpectedly, I know how the bike's going to handle. This old girl's pushing 194 hours now, and she's doing good. She feels just as tight as new. I freshened up the bottom end on her, I think somewhere around 135 hours, to a new crank. Freshen up the transmission and everything like that. New cylinder. It's pretty much a copy build of my 22, or should I say my 22 is actually a copy build of this one, except for a few minor changes. In this one I do use the 2-ring Wiseco piston, where on my 22 I use the single ring race piston. But yeah, I'm going to go take it for a trail ride. The sun's starting to set out here. Like I point out, this is the trail right here to get out into the woods. If you've never been to Croom's over in Croom, Florida, it's an interesting and cool place. Very historic, very old. Cool place to come out ride. Lots of trails. I think it's like 5 square miles of just trails and stuff. It's really cool. And then they have a training pit up front. At least that's what they call it. But it's a big sand pit. You can go ride in and let it rip out there. But anyway, we'll come back. We're going to take it for a ride, come back, and then I'll talk to you guys a little bit more. So we'll be right back. Okay, back at the camp. Got some Beavis and Butthead on the TV. Just some background visuals, something to watch. We'll watch a movie a little bit later because we got music playing right over here. She's got her little boom box. Over there they have a fire going. We brought a bunch of Christmas lights to decorate the canopy here. We have these Christmas lights in here. She's setting up the bedroom. Haven't eaten dinner yet, but that's okay. We'll get there. Still got a shower. She's gonna start whipping up some food in a minute. Have the bikes over here. There's my bike. Where'd she park hers at? Oh, there it is. She's got her bike parked over there. Mine's over here. So we did a little trail ride up to the front. Just did like one little round in the pit and came back. No big deal. Just kind of cruise around. We did see some deer. The sun was setting. About 4 deer out there. That was pretty cool. Oh, these are pretty cool, by the way. These little carbon fiber from Lightspeed. Because at Croom, you buy your pass like this, a sticker goes. I hate putting these stickers on my bike because then it's there all the time. And you go to the track, you got this purple, whatever color sticker they decide to use that year. These are pretty cool because you can just, you see right there, you can just peel it off and put it back on. And okay, got the bikes parked there for tonight. We'll be sleeping in there. These people all the way over there, they got like Christmas lights. Big fire going. I don't want to like snoop on them, but there's their fire. Nice. The guy was right beside us left, so kind of opened up a little bit of space for us. All right, a couple minutes ago there was a cat right over there, right there, eating some food my wife put out. I think it was just a feral cat, but he didn't seem friendly. He didn't want to hang out, but that's fine. He just wanted to eat the food. We actually have like a full moon out tonight. The wife's already in the trailer. I have the laptop in there. She's watching a movie. I don't feel like going and laying in bed yet, so I'm still out here in this little fire I put together. Got it more blown up, so we have the laptop in here playing movies. You have the bed more blown up?
Yeah.
Alright.
More blown up, but
hopefully we don't have a slow leak.
Yeah, it's a lot more, but I don't know. Yeah, it feels
a lot better.
This, but
a lot better.
Spying on me?
No. Close the door here.
The cat out there?
No, the cat went away. He ate and left. I guess so. I don't see any food there.
I don't know if it's dragging dirt.
You're glowing in the dark.
I got this flipped up so that it keeps dirt too, like when you wipe your feet here.
You're glowing in the dark in there.
Huh?
You're glowing in the dark in there.
I am?
Yeah.
I like this. Like jello. Oh man, you put your towel over. That's why your towel's supposed to be in the truck.
Okay, tomorrow night. Back to the fire. Nice little fire. Pretty warm too. I mean, it's not real cold out tonight. I think it's like 66 degrees, but yeah, as you know, for Floridians, that'd be a little chilly. Woo. She threw a tear off in our fire. Great.
Hmm?
You threw a tear off in our fire.
Oh, I I did.
Yeah.
I took it out of your pocket to get rid of whatever we could burn.
Smells good.
Oh, yeah, I gotta take a picture for my brother. The mom's skillet. It's hard to get it just right. That like, okay, that's the cooler parts. Move it. I thought we were saving batteries.
I just shut off the microphone, but I leave the power on.
Oh, I turned the power all the way off. I guess that's what I thought we were doing.
I just leave it on standby.
Mine's powering up. Okay. Hello, 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 hello.
No, now mine.
Hello, hello,
Hello?
hello, hello.
All right, there you are. There. second night. It's Friday night. We put about 2 hours and 15 minutes on the clock today on the bikes, riding the trails. Natasha is cooking food for us and burning paper.
Or a Valentine's plate.
Yeah, Valentine's plate burning. She's gonna light it up.
See if those are done.
And because it's Friday night, the place is starting to fill up. Everyone's pulling in. Last night was a nice quiet night. We pretty much kind of had this corner to ourselves. But now everyone's coming in, but that's how it goes. If you want a quiet night out here when you camp, come on the weekdays. If you want it loud and rowdy, come on the weekends. It's good?
Okay.
Yeah. My dirty hands, but it tastes good. Just potatoes seasoned up. And
Yeah.
what else you got going on?
I have steak, chicken,
Okay.
and a burger.
Steak, chicken, and burger. So we're eating chickens and burgers.
But I don't know what you want, so it's steaks for me.
Okay.
Alright, these are done, but I got more. Another batch.
Okay. I don't know. I'm just getting hungry, but that's cool.
It's in your well.
Okay. They put this little log here. I guess they used the trail to get into trails. Let's walk up in here a little bit. Croom is a cool place. It's getting pretty dug out these days. You know, since quads have become more popular. Well, when I first started riding here as an adult in the year 98 maybe, quads really weren't that popular, and mainly it was just dirt bikes out here, and so the trails were really tight because of that, and the place was a lot bushier. You know, the quads, they definitely opened it up quite a bit and kind of knocked down a lot of the vegetation, but it is what it is. And I'm just happy this place is still here. It's really cool. I think they opened like back in, you can find all this information on the internet, but I think they opened this place up in like the mid 70s or something. But before they opened it up as a state park, people were already riding here, and I think that's what happened. People were already riding here, and you know, it's just a known riding spot. So, but the state owned it, I guess. I don't know how it went, but they turned it into a dirt bike, motors, off-road vehicle, whatever place. It is Brooksville, Croom, but it's Brooksville. And one thing I know is you got to watch out for trees. I have a good friend that lives out here, Joe, and we used to park our bikes and hang out and talk. I noticed anytime he'd park his bike and we lean him against a tree, he would look up, see what's up there. I was like, "What are you doing that?" He goes, "Well, making sure all the trees over us are healthy." So, really nice place. This Brooksville is where I have my 8.5 acres that we're looking to build a shop there for me, and build a house to live on, and a little test track at some point. And it's pretty much wooded like this, except it's more junglier because obviously it's you don't have dirt bikes and quads going through it right now. But it's the same type of land. It's kind of really hilly land. Brooksville is really cool. The interesting thing about Brooksville is it gets a lot colder, it seems, than like Tampa. Tampa's only about 40 minutes south of here, but for some reason Brooksville is usually like a good 10 degrees cooler in the winter. It seems like at least 6 degrees, but it feels a lot colder. I've done a lot of runs through here throughout my years. Me and my brother, friends. It's a cool place. Of course, it's known for its whoops. It's sand whoops. It can get real sandy if it's dry. It's nice to hit this place after a good rain, because otherwise it can get pretty sandy and dry, and it's definitely known for its whoops. The sand pit up front, the motocross training pit, whatever you want to call it. A lot of pros have been seen out there practicing during the weekdays, and it's been like that since the beginning of time. I know Carmichael used to practice out here. In the recent years, we've seen Aaron Plessinger out here, Cooper Webb, and some others. It's pretty cool. They set up a little course out there in the pit. And what's that trainer, Baker? Yeah. So we'll sit there with a clock or whatever and, stopwatch and clock them every lap. It's just a big sandy pit, but it's tough. I think it was Dean Wilson who was training out here a few years ago. And when he's back at the trailer or van or wherever they had that day, with a cold rag around his neck, drinking some water after a moto, he said this was the toughest track in Florida. And it's not a track, it's just a pit, but I get it. What he's basically saying, that's the toughest ride, and he's done. And yeah, it's pretty tough. Big old rockers, big old sandy berms, and there's just nowhere to rest. Just keeps zapping your energy away. This place is cool. I know it used to be old, like, mining years and years ago, and there's a cemetery way in the middle. There's still one tombstone there. They have it kind of like a little fence around it now, but it used to not be a fence around it. And like I said, years ago, quads didn't come to these woods, so the trails were much more dense and tight. You wouldn't know where you're at. You had to know how to keep track of the sun, where it was at. I always knew if I put afternoon time, if I put the sun on my right shoulder, I'll end up up front at the pit at some point. And I needed to know that to get back before the sun completely set. And I would from time to time, I would run into this little cemetery. And the tombstone is dated back to like 18 something. 1870, 1880, I forgot. I kind of meant to swing by there this weekend and get some footage of that, but I didn't. Maybe next time. But it's really cool. And maybe it's good I don't get some footage, so if you come out here, you can look for that little hidden treasure. Of course, I'm sure a little cheat is you can probably Google where it's at, and it's probably someone out there that's got a little map pointed to it if you really, really want to find it and you don't know these woods, because this is like 5 square miles of wooded area. It's not 5 miles straight, it's like squared, so that's a lot to cover. This trail leads to open area over there. It's pretty cool. It's kind of like clay. In Florida, when we see clay, we're like, whoa, clay, because you don't see it everywhere. It's a lot of sand. Of course, we've been running up and down this little thing throughout the years quite a bit. I remember I had a 1990 RM125. I remember coming down through here on that thing. That was a cool bike. I really liked it. That was, I don't remember what year that was, but it was in the 90s. And then I had 83 YZ250. That was cool. I used to ride it through here. I didn't know any better back then. The shock was blowing out, so the bike was pretty bouncy and never really could get that bike truly up to speed, but the motor just ripped. I mean, that thing just ripped. And found out that it had like a ported and polished cylinder, head rechambered, had reeds, all the work done to it. I didn't know. I bought the bike for $200 out of someone's shed, and it was my first bike again as an adult. Brought it home. It was missing first and third gear, and fixed that up and had me a 1983 YZ250. And then later on, when I blew the motor, then I started seeing that, it had the cylinder work done to it, and the cylinder head, and the reeds, and something along the lines of in the ignition too. I forgot. It had a lot of little mods, but fast ass bike. I'm going to say it, at least what my memory says, it's like as fast as like these modern day YZ250s, and this was a 1983, freaking pencil frame, and pencil frame bike that you feel it flex everywhere, pencil forks, you name it. A shock with a bladder that had like a rubber hose that went to it, and it was like hose clamps holding on the side of the frame. But had a lot of fun on that bike. Really cool bike. Definitely would open your eyes every time you twist open the throttle. I remember the throttle got stuck open on me one time, and I didn't know what to do. And I was in a wooded area like this, but actually more dense woods, and I just jumped off the back. I just clicked in the third gear, punched it, and it was time to let go of the throttle, and it just kept going. And I was looking at like some trees right ahead of me, so I just jumped off the back. I remember as I was like landing on the ground and getting thrown forward as I'm landing on the ground, I remember looking up and seeing the rear tire, the front wheel up in there, and the rear tire just kicking roost all in my face, and the bike just went straight into a tree. Broke like a lever, broke the front fender, didn't hurt the forks. That was back before I knew to keep a finger on the clutch at all times. Throttle ever gets stuck on you, pull the clutch in. But let it become a habit. Use that clutch to control your power, and it'll be a habit. If something happens, you're gonna pull the clutch in. But I didn't know that back then, so I jumped off the back. Wouldn't want to do that today at the age 48. I mean, I still feel pretty good, but yeah, when you're younger, you hit the ground, get back up, bruised up a little bit, but you're okay. Go get a little bit more. As you get older, you're like, I'm done for the day. And go back to the truck, sit down for a little bit. Yeah. Campsite right over there. We're getting back to it. Yeah, I rode one CR 125 1991. Have quite a bit of run time in there out here on that, but I will say more in the pit when it's this back section, because this is the back. The campground's like all the way to the other end of the training pit, and towards our later years where we used to ride this thing like all the time, we would park up at the pit area mainly because we wanted to haul ass, and that's where, if you want to haul ass, that's where you go, is to the pit up front. So we're in the back in the camping section. These people are coming in from a night ride. We're in the back in the camping section, and when we first started coming out here at the age like 19, 20, we would usually park back here. We didn't want to be up front in the pit where people were hauling ass. We were more, timid, just getting into this, and our bikes were kicking our butts and are fast, and so we did a lot more riding out here in the early years. And my memories out here are the 83 YZ250, a little bit of an 88 CR 125, and the RM, the 1990 RM 125. Up in the pit up front, it's more of the CR 125 1991 and a 1996 RM 125. Did a lot of laps out there, and a lot of that RM 125 1990 as well. But this little entrance to get to the camp section, it's been like this since the beginning, since as long as I can remember. I will say you used to be able to sneak in here in other ways, and you used to be able to just come in the main entrance. They would let you ride on the main roads, but since then they paved them and they block bikes from riding on them. We're gonna cheat here. Sneak in the back of the campsite. Just gotta step over the fence that looks like someone already. Looks like someone's already rode through it here. Probably didn't know the fence was there. Came riding full speed ahead, just went right in it. Maybe they added this later on, letting you know, hey, come on now, don't go this way, take the main road. And here we are, back at camp.
I can genius. I idea for the potatoes to keep them warm.
Okay.
I have that crock pot. I put it on warm. I threw the tin foil, like stacked them. They'll be nice and warm when we eat.
All right. A little bit of hamburgers and some chicken.
Ready for a refill. But
All right.
oh wait.
And it is officially dark now. Check this out. Let's walk out here a little bit. Shut the light. Yep, it's night. Last night was a full moon. Tonight it's not there. Maybe overcast. I don't know.
I need cheese.
Cheese. Okay, gotta get her some cheese. And now she has a fat steak on there. Well, yeah, it's fat, I guess. Let's say it's fat. Let's get light on there. There you go. I mean, it's small, but it's fat.
There's some filet.
Filet, yeah. I'm sure it'll get a little thinner after it gets hot. I don't know. I don't cook steak. I can't tell you. I'm a mechanic, not a cook.
Yeah.
I can survive, though. Don't worry about that. Huh?
I'll finish this and I'll run up and then I'll do the setting.
All I see is your forehead light. How'd you enjoy your vacation at Croom on this Valentine's Day, Natasha?
Good, other than talking to the company.
Oh, yeah, Joe visiting. So you would have preferred not to have any visitors?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was our secret Valentine.
Yeah.
Not so secret.
Well, we made the best of it, though. You really like this place?
Yeah.
What do you like about Croom?
Special. Magical.
Magical? What's magical about it?
I don't know.
How about the deer we saw tonight?
The woods are magical.
Yeah. How many deer did we see tonight?
6, maybe?
We saw 6 at one time, but we saw more than that. Total.
Yeah, I don't know.
I remember seeing like at least a total of like 11 total. I don't know. And what else did we see? Raccoons?
Armadillos.
Oh, armadillo. Yeah, there was an armadillo. I like armadillos. They're pretty cool. And a lot of squirrels and fox squirrels. They're big. Tree rats. Yeah, a bunch of tree rats. Not many snakes out here. I don't think they live very long. It's all dirt bikes riding around. That one deer we saw had antlers.
How are these potatoes looking?
That fire is ripping now. I hope our steak ain't burning. That's out of here. Fire is ripping. Smells good too.
What's that box come from? What is that?
That's your trash.
Oh, okay, yeah. Alright. Cool. It's still like real smushy though. That means it's like real red inside
Like a
still.
fat toad. Heating it up. Burn it. There'll be someone in the comments now. What you need to do is...
Yeah.
Yeah. And they're probably right. We don't know.
Burning.
Yeah, we don't know. We are not good cooks.
Your light's too bright.
But we'll
No.
survive.
Not good. You haven't cooked anything, so yeah, you're not.
I cook grilled cheese.
But I'm saying you're not good cook. You haven't cooked any of this stuff
Oh, no.
here today.
I kept the bikes up and running really well. That's right. You guys know I did.
What?
I said, that's right. You guys know I did. Kept the bikes up and running real good. A little bit of wear on the back tire here. A little curve. It's Friday night. Tomorrow morning we're going to load up and go to, tomorrow morning we're gonna load up and go to Florida Cracker, get some breakfast. Yep. And
Oh, I'm sore.
yeah, me too. We did what, like 2 hours and about 3 hours of riding, right?
Yeah, with that bed hunched over was giving me a backache. I'm ready to get in.
Yeah. So tomorrow morning we go to Florida Cracker, get some breakfast. And thanks for watching our Croom's little Valentine's vacation.